This is what you need to know about crypto airdrops today. Let's start off with the Swell airdrop because they just announced that they are increasing the allocation from 7% to 8% for the first round of their drop. Now, more specifically, this is for the Swell voyage and converting the pearls that you've been earning into the Swell token. This has been going on for quite a while now, and they've had to delay their airdrop. And so as a result of that, they've bumped up the total allocation by 1% of the supply, which honestly is nice. Now, two other important points to note here. This does not include deposits into the Swell L2 pre-launch deposit pools. That's a completely separate allocation of the Swell token. And then the second thing is that they said here that Sybils are not going to be rewarded. So that means, I suppose, that they are also going to be implementing some sort of anti-Sybil mechanism. And so in my opinion, what that suggests is that either A, they're doing a linear drop based on the number of pearls that you have, in which case Sibylling doesn't actually benefit you, or the other option is potentially they will do some sort of tiered system, but then also filter for people that self-referred or that tried to deposit a tiny amount on many wallets. So maybe they'll have a minimum points threshold in order to qualify. Anyways, yeah, the token was supposed to drop in Q1, so hopefully it actually comes soon. Now they're saying June. Another L2, Chroma Network, also announced that they are bumping up the amount of their airdrop allocation by a pretty substantial amount. So previously they were only going to be dropping 7%, but now they're dropping 7% of the total supply in round one, and they're tacking on an additional 10% for future rounds of the airdrop, which definitely is bullish because a lot of people didn't complete all of their quests back in February, which were a little bit annoying to do. Now, in terms of L2 priorities, Chroma does not have a massive TVL compared to other L2s, and it doesn't have a massive amount of funding, so I would definitely not put it in the same tier as L2s, like, for example, ZK Sync or Linea. That said, especially since they've now significantly increased the amount of their airdrop allocation, it's definitely a reasonable target, and they did just launch a new Galaxy Quest where you can complete a few tasks to earn an NFT. Not many people have participated in this one. Another Ethereum L2 that obviously has an ongoing airdrop campaign is Linea. Now, if you haven't signed up for the surge yet, I do recommend that you do so ASAP because with every ongoing month, the amount of points that you earn goes down, so it makes sense and helps you out to get in as early as possible. Now, in terms of the Linea points dashboard, which I've showed you before. Previously, there were some issues with people's early flag adopters not showing up properly, and that has been fixed now. So if you go check your wallet, you should be able to see accurately whether or not you got that early adopter flag. And if you checked on the first day that this was launched, you should go and recheck it now because you should have it if you deposited 0.1 ETH or more before the snapshot. Another Ethereum L2 that has an airdrop coming up is Tycho. Now, there's been some controversy around this one because they released their eligibility checker yesterday, and it seems like not that many people actually got in. Only the top 300,000 wallets based on a variety of criteria. However, and this is directly from the Tycho team, they are saying that they will not disclose details of the Tycho Genesis airdrop rules. Our goal is fairness, but we can't satisfy everyone. Congrats if you got it, and sorry if you didn't. So basically, they're kind of saying F you if you didn't get it, and they're not even gonna tell you why. And then just to add insult to injury, this is from one of the mods in the Tycho Discord, and it's probably going to go down in the lore of airdrop farming, just like the e-beggars from Starknet. As if Galaxy tasks were always for fun and education. Now, with this whole Tycho situation, honestly, my take is I never expect much from testnets, especially with ones where there's massive competition, literally millions of wallet addresses competing for them. And so I have never told people to expect massive 4-figure, 5-figure paydays from farming these testnet airdrops. Testnet airdrop farming is really hit or miss, and honestly, it makes a lot of sense for people that have little to no capital, and it can actually be a decent way to level up your airdrop farming because even if you make $100, if you're starting from nothing, that's not a bad way to start. But you can't have high expectations going into airdrops like this. Anyways, there's a couple of tokens that you can claim today, potentially. Now, this one here is from the Amulet protocol, but it's pretty niche. You had to be holding these Amuverse crystals, which I honestly never heard of. And then also, if you were staking the Pi tokens, you get a bonus allocation based on the amount of Pi that you're staking. So if you were farming this airdrop, you can go and claim your tokens. Another token claim, not currently live, but you can check to see if you made it onto the list, is from the Firefly DEX, and they are giving out some tokens to the top 1,000 zero-lend users on the Manta network. You're going to get 5% of their airdrop, the Firefly airdrop, that is. So if you were one of the top 1,000 users on zero lend, or if you think you might be in the realm of that, you should definitely go and check if you made the list here. Now, in order to actually claim your tokens, you have to follow some steps listed in this tweet here, so I'll drop a link to this down below. All right, next up, let's talk about Krypto and their liquid restaked ETH, because yesterday they announced they raised a bunch of money, and today they're announcing they are the first natively mintable token, or sorry, the first natively mintable liquid restake token on the ZK Sync network. And so honestly, this is pretty bullish, and if you're looking for a way that you can get exposure to Krypto and Eigenlayer on the ZK Sync network, then here you go. Okay, for Uprock's UPT token, that is going to be dropping on May 30th, so exactly 1 week from today. There's going to be tokens for people that use their app. There's going to be a separate allocation for people that minted or deposited into the D Pioneers mint. And there's also going to be rewards of the UPT token for people that staked Jupe and voted on the Jupiter Launchpad. They're setting up a liquidity pool on Meteora, so it looks like if you're going to want to sell your UPT tokens, you'll be able to do so on dexes like Jupiter. Okay, next up, for the IONET airdrop, if you think that you should have qualified, but you're not included on the list of eligibility, then you can fill out this form here to dispute that. So I recommend doing this ASAP if you want to make sure you get an allocation and you feel like you were unrightfully excluded from their eligibility checker. Okay, next up, another airdrop that you can check to see if you're eligible for is the Layer 0 allocation for minting and holding a Nomis score. So this is a little bit niche, but if you ever minted a Nomis score, then you can go and check to see if you're going to be getting a Layer 0 allocation from their RFP, because Layer 0 is distributing a bunch of tokens to apps that integrate with the Layer 0 protocol. And the interesting thing though in this is that they've actually included how many tokens you would get based on your score. So column E here shows the distribution of how many tokens you would get. Okay, next up, another airdrop that is coming soon on May 29th is the Param airdrop. The team confirmed in the Discord that the points cutoff in order to qualify for this was 17,500 points. So it looks like I will be qualifying because I have over that amount. And as long as you have over 17,500 points, you should be able to claim some Param tokens next week. Okay, and just to finish up here with a couple other quick things that you can do, LogX has launched a new Galaxy Quest, their first Galaxy Quest actually. It's got a bunch of on-chain tasks that you have to do, including trading and providing liquidity, which obviously will help you for the LogX airdrop. And it's possible that minting this NFT that comes along with this is also gonna give you a multiplier or some sort of points boost. So you can check that out if you want to. And then another Galaxy Quest that might have some benefits. This one is from Ether5. Now, again, this is sort of a side quest because obviously with Ether5, I think the main thing is to actually mint ETH and then use it in DeFi, but maybe they'll give some sort of bonuses for people that complete these Galaxy Quests. And in any case, it wants you to mint ETH or wrapped ETH on a bunch of different L2s in order to get them. So this is a multi-airdrop qualifier. Will get you EtherFi and will get you Eigenlayer. So that's it for today's airdrop alpha. Just a few quick hitting updates. Honestly, kind of a quiet day because I feel like a lot of stuff is going on with the Ethereum ETF, and I will be back tomorrow with a major announcement. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you found this useful and have a great day.